Hey, this is Wargamer Shawn. It's a long time no hear from. I been doing a lot of things, but Happy New Year to everybody. Sorry that it's been a long time since I've done a recording. I think it's been about 9 months. I've recorded some things and then been meaning to get them up there, and I just haven't gotten them onto the web. And I even had some seventh edition battle reports film, but I'm unsure if I'm going to put them up at this point, just because obviously nobody really cares about seventh edition anymore. I hope you guys are doing well. There's been a few things going on, a lot of things that going on in life, and time gets away from you with family, kids, and stuff. Had a few things happen with my kind of local gaming group. We kind of had a little bit of a schism, and so I ran a few events that were more narrative based, just because I kind of wanted to do more, you know, kind of embrace all aspects of the hobby and the painting and stuff like that. And so the place where I was at kind of wanted more of a competitive, you know, uh, depth to things. And so since that wasn't my, what I really wanted to do, I just kind of left that group and kind of started a different one. And we've kind of settled into a place. Did a few events at a couple locations, but we kind of settled an event at another place in my area that seems to really want to kind of nurture the more kind of campaign and narrative type play. So I'm excited about that, and I'll probably still do maybe a few more like practice competitive events, especially for like Adepticon and stuff. But just planning on just enjoying the narrative aspect. I'm actually just starting to get into a campaign that someone's running in our group, which he has been on some of my shows before. It's Dr. Z. Lee is running a campaign, and it's actually interesting. A lot of us in the group, now I know not everybody feels this way, so don't take it the wrong way, but a lot of us like 8th edition for Warhammer 40k, and so we really don't want to kind of go back and forth with Horus Heresy, so it's kind of been making us more reluctant to play Horus Heresy or 30k lately. So there's a fan-based 8th edition that they've made, and actually it's pretty good, I think, and pretty fair for the most part. I mean, it's not perfect, but I think they're doing well and kind of reworking it, taking feedback. And so we're playing a campaign where the people that are playing the basically the legions are playing with the 8th edition rules, and then some of us are playing Adeptus Mechanicus, but since they don't have new rules for 40k for the 30k, we're using the 40k versions of them. So myself playing a AdMech, and then there's two others that are playing AdMech, so it should be interesting. It's going to start this next Friday, which will be the 12th of 2018, in case you watch this at a different time. And so I'm excited. I'm excited to see what he does, and I like narrative play, and he's requiring that everybody has painted stuff, which has kind of made me scramble on my AdMech, which is good. There's nothing like pressure to kind of make you strive to get everything painted and work on it. What have I been up to? Obviously, I got into 8th. Since 8th, kind of before 8th, I was playing only really 30k because I really just didn't like the way 7th, with all the extra rules and free stuff and the Death Stars and stuff, I just wasn't too interested in playing. So I was playing a lot of 30k, and actually I was playing a lot of Custodes because I didn't really like the psychic shenanigans, so I wasn't playing my Thousand Suns as much. So I was playing a lot of Custodes, and I really like the Custodes, but they're pretty powerful too. I started working on some wolves as well for 30k, but then I got into Age of Sigmar. I started playing Sylvaneth, which are kind of the trees. I've always been kind of like love nature and stuff like that, and so they just kind of appealed to me. And I'm like, I remember at my local GW's or my Warhammer store, I'm like, God, these tree models are just really awesome looking, and just kind of got into them. And so I've been playing that, and then when 8th edition came out, I started playing my Dark Eldar, and they were fun, and I was working and painting on them. I worked on some Coven, and I'll put some pictures in here to kind of show you some of the stuff I've been working on since I last did a video. But I did Eldar, I did some Kabalite stuff, and some Coven stuff. And then the Primaris came out, and I really wanted to do kind of like an all Primaris army. And I always liked the Blood Ravens, and basically I kind of feel like they're kind of loyalist Thousand Sons. I mean, it's kind of been greatly teased at even by GW, but never been like fully spoken. And that's kind of how I envision them. So I made a Primaris army with the Blood Ravens. And then I kind of figured, because there's a little bit that kind of limits them, like they don't have a really good dedicated close combat. And so my rule of thumb was, okay, anything in that army has to have more than one wound. So I put some like Terminators in there, some Assaulty Terminators, and I put some of the newer Tartaros Terminators, and then I took some Centurions, and just anything with more than one wound. I took the Chapter Master Angelos. I think he's an awesome model I picked up from Forge World, just beautiful. I painted him. And then AdMech came out, and I'm like, I'd played some Shadow War Armageddon, and I had painted up some of my Skitarii Rangers, and I'm like, oh, this is a good chance to start getting into AdMech. And then I was working on those, and then I started running some campaigns, and I'm always big when I'm playing in a tournament or event. I like to have painted things, and I'm like, I'm gonna take my Eldar, because I had felt guilty in 7th playing them, and I had a lot of fun with them, and they're all painted. So then I started working on my Eldar. I'm so terrible. Like, I've got so many armies, and I'm always kind of like this, ADD. It's like, ooh, shiny new, let's go play this. And I was excited that the Bone Singer got rules again, so I've been playing my Bone Singer. That's been pretty awesome. I've been actually my Eldar. I mean, Simon got a specific rule, so I was super excited to like play my craft world, and so I've been kind of just sticking with that. I'm kind of a purist. I don't like to have multiple. I mean, there's nothing wrong with, you can do if you want. I just kind of like, whatever I painted it as, I wanted to kind of represent that. So I was having a lot of fun with that. And then Lee had come up with the idea for the campaign, and I'm like, oh, I need to go back and start working on my AdMech again. So I've kind of been working on them. Tyranids came out. My High Fleet Behemoth has rules, which is cool. It's kind of very similar to my Simhan. And so it's cool that they have rules. I'm excited. I haven't played any games with them yet, just because I've been trying to kind of not let myself kind of get sidetracked, and I'm trying to actually work on potentially getting my AdMech like finished and painted, because out of many of my armies, it's one of the smallest ones, that and my Primaris. So I'm kind of hoping to get my AdMech done. Plans, we'll see if they come to fruition, and then finish my my Primaris, and then kind of go from there, working on stuff. But I wanted for Forge World, for my AdMech, I wanted a Forge World, but because I like I'm very thematic and kind of into the fluff of it, and so I wanted a Forge World that I could like, hey, that's my Forge World. I wanted to do that, and so I had looked through things, and I had settled on Griffin 4, the Griffonicus. Now, there's kind of some conflicting things, so I'm not sure if my colors are right, but I settled on, I wanted a different color scheme, because I had so many red armies, and I had red with my Simhan, red with my Behemoth, and hold on one second. Anyway, sorry, so I had the red with Simon and Behemoth, and then my Blood Ravens are red too, so I'm like, man, I really kind of want, I mean, they're kind of an off, I did purposely kind of like an orangey red and a cream color, because I wanted to be different than just the plain red, which made a really complicated painting process with them. I kind of regret, but I'm kind of like stuck with it at this point. I start with like a Xandri Dust, and then I do an orange color, and then I do a red wash, and then I do like a red like glaze, and then I dry brush a light red over that, and then highlight with light red. So it's a real process doing the red on the armor. And so I did want to do something different. My Eldar and my Tau have like blue and purple elements, so I kind of wanted to avoid that. I had black with my Sisters of Battle. And so I kind of wanted to do something different, and I wanted to do green, and I found a green and yellow and red, which was a Griffin 4, I thought. And I supposedly there's some people that say that the green is a cream color actually. So, but I'm going with green. So that's my army. I'll show some of the stuff that I have done, following. But yeah, that's what I've been working on. I've really been enjoying 8th edition. I think it's really good. I know some people claim that it's not good, and I do agree. It's simplified more. But here's the thing, some people say it's not tactical, but with the coming of the codexes especially, there's a lot of command points, and so you have to build your army and you get so many command points. And so in my opinion, it's actually more strategical or tactical, because you have to plan on when you're going to spend those points to use them, to use certain tactics. And so to me, it's actually a lot more crisp a game, and the game goes more smoothly, and there's less um, I'm I'm blanking on the word. I'm gonna say argument, but not really argument, but like disagreements, I guess, during the, because I don't think it's arguments, but like disagreements with things like, oh, is this 25% coverage? It's not. It's a lot more clear now, and for better or for worse, I think it makes the game go easier, which I like. I think the game's really enjoyable, and I've been having a lot of fun. And I think the ones that don't have codexes yet are kind of suffering a little bit because they don't have all the command points. But they came out with this chapter approved, and so everything that didn't have a codex actually got at least one extra command point thing that they could use, and a warlord trait and a relic, which was nice. It really kind of helped a little bit even the field. But I think really GW has been doing such a good job knocking them out that I think by the end of this year or maybe early next year, they're going to have all the codices out. They just announced that they're going to do Custodes, which I was kind of surprised. I thought that one would be later, and they're doing that one, and they're releasing some new models, which I'm really excited about, and jet bikes, which is great. And I'm a little sad because I bought the Forge World ones for 30K, and I'm like, man, I bet I could have used these for 30K, and they've been a little cheaper because they're plastic, but it's still cool. I'm excited about it. Thank you, GW, and Thousand Suns are coming out too. I'm so excited about that. And Age of Sigmar is getting Nagash, and this month, like next week, Chaos Demons are coming out for 40K. Also, Blightkin, or basically Nurgle, is getting an Age of Sigmar release. So, they're turning them out, and they're coming out with some fantastic models. Nurgle ones are coming out. I'm pretty excited about. It's pretty cool. I think it's kind of an exciting time, and I'm excited about it. I haven't gotten a chance to play as much Age of Sigmar recently, just because I've been playing more 40K. But I look forward to kind of doing all those things. I was going to go to Adepticon this year, but I'm regretfully not going to be able to. I might try to go down for like one day, like on a Saturday or something, kind of hang out, but I won't be playing anything, which is too bad. But if anybody's going to be there, you can always message me at wargamershawn@yahoo.com, or message me on here on YouTube and let me know, and I'll try to catch up with you at Adepticon. If I go, I'll let you know. I always like meeting people and talking to people. I'm very passionate about this hobby. Obviously, if you're watching this, you probably are too. But going forward, I want to try to do more. Get back into things, doing reviews, doing kind of maybe some conversion paint tutorial things, some battle reports again. I want to try to go with my battle reports though, do them more controlled. So I'll probably be doing less of them because I want to do them when things are when I'm facing armies that are painted, and when I'm facing when I've got stuff painted so they look nice. So probably less battle reports, just because I kind of want to do some beautiful ones. I think that kind of brings out the aesthetic more and makes it look cooler. So we'll see. And it's hard too, because when I film, a lot of times I play at stores, and it's hard because the noise is kind of loud. And so I may do more where I'm doing the filming them at home, so it's a more controlled, quieter environment too. But we'll see. I hope you guys have been doing well. I hope you're excited to kind of move forward. I'm excited that I'm going to be doing or working on right now a podcast that's called Combat Phase, with a person named Kenny. The one person that's also was doing the podcast kind of is taking a little vacation, so I just gonna step in and kind of do some stuff with them. So I'm excited to do that. You can check out Combat Phase. I'll try to link it below, but there should be an episode coming up soon that will have me and myself and Kenny doing a Chaos Demon review for the next week's release. Kenny's fortunate enough to get the Codex early access with GW, so I helped him review it and kind of go over some things. And I also did a week or two before, I think I did one with him where we talked about the Eldar and the in the 40k universe, just because I'm pretty passionate about Eldar, and so he had me kind of come on and do that with him. So excuse me, I will kind of let you go here, and I'll end and show you some pictures of some of the stuff that I've been working on lately, and hope you enjoy. Anyway, take care, and keep on wargaming, keep on playing, guys, and I will see you next time. Take care, everybody.
I love it in the morning, I love it in the evening, I love it in the daytime. radio land.
Goodbye, you sexy motherfucker.